Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be working on the 2024 790 Adventure Rally build that I've been doing. If you remember in the last episode, we were working on the Norden and putting the WP XPLOR suspension on it. And I left you guys kind of on a cliffhanger with the side stand and the center stand not working like 100%. I came up with a solution, and as you can see now, we are on the center stand and it is working as it is supposed to. All I did was took the center stand off and welded a couple of strut nuts on the bottom of the center stand as spacers. So that guy right there, a couple of those fit on the bottom of the center stand perfect. They've got a little bit of traction on them, so it's got some good bite if you use the center stand in dirt. But now that the Norden is complete, it is now time to transfer that WP Apex Pro adjustable suspension from the Norden, the standard Norden, to the 2024 790 Adventure. As some of you know, that if you own this bike here in the United States, the 2024s came with non-adjustable WP basic suspension. The only thing you can adjust on them is the preload on the rear shock. That's it. There's no damping settings or anything on it. So it's pretty basic. The 2025 790 Adventures were not available in the US, but everywhere else in the world that they sold them, they upgraded the suspension to WP Apex adjustable. It is not the taller WP Apex Pro version. So this suspension is 200 millimeters, and the Norden WP Apex Pro standard Norden WP Apex Pro. This is from the research I did online trying to figure out all these different suspensions. It's been kind of a ongoing task, but the specs on these, they have 220 millimeter travel and they are adjustable. So we've got compression and rebound and preload on the rear, and then we've got rebound and compression on the forks on the front. What else can I tell you? So we'll probably have to do the exact same thing to the center stand on the 790 Adventure, because we're once again raising the suspension another 20 millimeters. And as you saw on the Norden, if you watched the previous episode, the tire was touching the ground with the center stand, and the center stand should allow the rear tire to spin freely. That's the whole point behind it. But yeah, we'll get the bike swapped around here and start working on the 790, getting everything swapped out. Okay, got the rear in. This area up here was a little bit tighter than on the Norden, so I had to kind of finagle some screwdrivers in there to get that lined up. A little bit of prying, but I did get it in, and I dropped all the preload off of it, and we're still off the ground for now. But I think once you put the front forks on and lift that up, then that's going to be touching the ground again, but we'll see. Here we go. Okay, once again, here we are at full extension. Brake lines seem to be fine. This one was actually rotated all the way back from the factory, and the manual shows it rotated out like this, like on the opposite side. So I had to rotate it a bit to get it into the position that it's supposed to be in. Everything bolted up just like it should. I put my top height at the same as they were on the standard Apex, basic Apex. So anyhow, we're going to set it down on the ground now and see if the center stand actually does anything, or if I'm going to have to weld some more spacers onto it. Same exact situation once again. Preload is all the way off, sitting on the ground. tires touching the ground while the center stand's touching the ground. So I have a couple more strut nuts out of my supply. I'm going to weld those on. But as far as today's episode goes, I think that's going to be it, guys. If you like this episode, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. As always, you're going to want to stay tuned. You never know what's coming up on this channel. I will tell you that we have a big one coming up for the Norden. We've also got a big one coming up for Abel. So you're going to want to stay tuned. But other than that, I hope you guys are staying safe, taking care of each other. And as always, I will catch you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.